Yen penny for baby say, if you are seeing her, will be ma, will be check. Why not HL? So we'll pay IT, won't be 1 year, so we'll pay support. Slam Technology say your #1 partner. Your office will US in here, your office will Ghana, so your numbers ni kuhono. So we should share IT classes, we share career coaching, we share support for business, cyber security. Free na your partner. Your back fear wow. Slam Technologies, transformation with excellence. Free baby
She has a plan, a secret mission filled by gratitude and affection. She chooses her mother's favorite breakfast, Delight Foods, House Sakoko, a harmonious blend of flavors crafted with care and devotion. The taste of tradition and comfort. In that moment, their connection deepens, a bond strengthened by a shared experience. Delight Foods, House Sakoko, a delicious breakfast made with care and love in just 2 minutes.
This Airbnb in Dansoman Estates, Accra, is only $40 a day and offers all the amenities for a comfortable stay. It is also conveniently located 30 minutes away from the airport. We also have 1 and 2 bedroom apartments for long-term rental at Ingleshi, Amamprum, 15 minutes to the Wedge Togo and the West Hills Mall going for 1,500 and 1,000 Ghana cedis only. Call Parry Group on 053-866-3532, 053-866-3532. This is Parry Group of Companies.
Living in Ghana, abroad, a first-timer visiting Ghana, or a company wondering where to get quality service providers in Ghana for any job? Then Ejumapa On Demand Services is here to assist you. Ejumapa On Demand Services connect requesters and service providers such as masons, plumbers, electricians, auto repairers, home and office cleaners, trash collectors, rent agents, spa attendants, roofers, beauticians, teachers, CCTV installers, and all artisans on one platform. Yes, one platform. Trust Ejumapa On Demand Services to sort you out any day, anywhere, and at any time. To download the app, please visit the App Store and Play Store or visit our website www.ejumapa.com.
So for more about SVTV Africa, so thank God it's Friday. Your time is about 6:30. And then move say it started at 5:30, but you're late. And you're about 6:30. Now, many lawyer wisdom share live. We a live program is streaming from the studios of SVTV Africa, and is streaming every Fridays. Be many lawyer wisdom I say nine. Many neighbors. So last week, you know, you be a phone lines, and that's when you sure say, open say ubisa lawyer bibi and I say obaso na obi obaso ubisa na. Many do remember be a phone line. And say and then no. Sana me kan mfa nche ya late. Nti mami go straight na many lawyer wisdom aka umbra so na yenhwe. And then a lawyer wisdom makaumai. Lawyer, Boko there.
DJ Boko Unzwe.
Boko, and then the Mufanche, I late Kakra, you got your for some Mufanche, but still, we did for them. And lawyer, still, we did for them. Hello, lawyer, what's the name?
Metewonka, I'm said line breaking Kakra, my name is Efiha Nacho.
Maybe you should table intercooler, me engineer baku 16, so any day. And yeah.
Then so me use it King Charles intercooler.
No, King Charles not to table intercooler na me use me engineer baku 16. See me engineer baku failure and ya switch sa 16 inches.
Then music King Charles technology.
Anyway, lawyer, I late one but fire. And then no, also the and also say only on my frost on flower, and then okay, Bisa.
Maybe I'm said, my main additional connection being here. Yes,
Okay, until lawyer saw check your additional connection. So share live on SVTV Africa, streaming live or a YouTube channel SVTV Africa. Or share link in the mobi, will be ibisuya dear wa ibitia man for so problems near dear na lawyer it's your monawa answer. But as soon as streaming or a Facebook page SVTV Africa. Until so share live there. But joining NBA, na share link no for what drink comment section. Obeti me also the opposite obisa lawyer no beti me ebisa no minim say. Bebre na ebi omo hwe nim se nyanka e beba 5:30 the ntimi aba but all the same no mo ntimi anjoin ne craft live no videos ne be wona mo hwe in 70 day bebre cause UK nkomo update ni ade me bisa lawyer about e-visa ne ade mi hu bibi omo say from next year no visitors visa kra e beji e-visa me bisa ne say bibisa na bibisa woman na any other matters nso so bibi opesa obisa na we bisa no ba make sure so be share live way amobi so we share lawyer so asosha ko we ne dia na o dia na nye tabo intakula o dia na yeden hybrid
King Charles hybrid.
so lawyer what about there over to you who said that yenti we na who said that
Yo, and then me per se kasa it's here for your chill be me gidi so be here. And then you will be a line just like we did last week. And in addition to that, no matter what topics we are yakasa through the years now. And a lot of topics I mean we are
okay
discussing.
before back out topics in the overview need then no lawyer about e-visa me who bibi I think I'm saying now but say more so yeah about e-visa also 2025 tourist scribing e-visa near there I mean obet me actually mukata me who bibi almost say e-visa from 2025 and yeah about UK e-visa they be use as tourists who could visa then
Well, gradually, say, let me start it this way. You see, e-visa, it only means a electronic visa. In other
mm-hmm.
words, first, no say ma ubi visa so omba UK ha. Aya na omo di see ni omo di stamp bi na esi ni passport no. Na omo di omo nsa actual date e wo so. If you ho no mo yesa kopim time bi a omo di sticker the ebo passport no mo. Ana na your friend Vignet. Ti the Vignet ni tumu sa I don't just say what visa no. So be say or visa all it means is there is something to show so what about UK. And then after that, so from the stamp to the vignette, and then from the vignette, I call card. Card no, and I just say, who was it now? Now, younger, you work from her, you work 2.5 years, and not indefinite. And now EU settlement scheme or pre settled status. A year and not your Mayan card. Card in the just say, who was it now? So say, no, almost upgrade electronic visa. The E only stands for electronic. In other words, who are sitting nanso uncrashy. There is no physical document you will hold to show say who are sitting. And nti young a yewa sitting at the down, young a yewa 2.5 years and are indefinite now. We go online and create the e-visa account. So you create an e-visa account. With that e-visa account, you are able to access Wasitnan baby so you can have access to an internet with the details version within with date of birth and maybe your passport details also. With the shame one, about Wasitnana ama actually say who Wasitna or UK. You don't even have to hold any card to show that you have a visa. There is nothing in your passport. The passport is empty. All the pages are empty and you don't have anything to show. But Uduha, immigration officer, Eddie, and a border and force officer, the information by share and to show. That is what it's meant by the e-visa. Now, also, young EU nationals and EU family members now, they don't have to do the e-visa. Theirs is automatic. once our settlement scheme under the EUSS, no, your e-visa is automatic. You don't have to do anything in addition to what you already have. And so young I will pre-settled status, settled status under the EU settlement scheme, you don't have to do anything. That is what we mean by the e-visa. Now, usually it's obi back for less than 6 months. You don't have to have you don't have to do certain things. Yeah, you don't have to pay the IHS, you don't have to do tuberculosis, and they just give you the visa to come. So as time goes on, gradually they will stop issuing, I believe they'll stop issuing the Vignet as well. Maybe what they will issue is the electronic visa in your maybe they give you a code or ukoto ticket. You can generate the via your share code. That is what I anticipate. You can generate the via your share code. With the share code, I believe you can use that. Now you can use your share code if you want to rent a house. The landlord may want to see your share code to show that you have the right to be in the UK. If you want to get employment, you have to generate a share code for your employer and all sorts of things. So it is gradually being spread across board. So I will not be surprised at all that with time, say obi yanyane visa, say omrabesra UK hampua, I will not be surprised that it will be escalated or upgraded to the electronic visa where you don't have to hold anything. Obi entering nye unkoye to shame to say because the thing is in the air. There is no way you can substitute any information. So that is where we stand, and that is where we are gradually getting to. I normally ask myself in the next 35 to 50 years' time, how is this world going to be in terms of this documentations and technology? So, DJ, what is not unusual and it's not strange. It is possible that as we advance with time, 2025 and beyond, we may have to do even visit visas could progress to the e-visa level. So that is where we are. DJ, that is where we stand right now.
Okay, lawyer, and there's a passport the enjoy here because passport pages in the woman my visa and 18 my day.
So passport shows your national identity.
And it's a passport from where page behind you because the visa be I am passing empty. There, I knew front page depend on no details, no, Udini at the end pen man.
Well, so you can assure here. Some other countries still issue visas. America, they still do. Canada, Australia, South Africa, every other country, I believe a lot of countries still issue visas, and they still have to stamp your passport to show your your exits and your entrance. So, with time, I'm sure say UK for start the say other countries will pick it up. Kakra kakra kakra. Citizen DJ Wuken, a very likely say just as I'm saying, within the next 35 to 50 years' time, if we are still here, I will not be surprised. Set a passport will only be 2 pages or just 1 page with the covers, and everything else is going to be electronic. You can never tell how this world is progressing with the speed at which things are going. Um,
I see.
It's very concerning. Very, very
Mm.
concerning. With this AI, artificial intelligence, the speed at which things are going, it's scary. You have to kind
Lawyer, okay, be binti we say no. Say me we be na me internet in edwuma ye be ndey because okay be nya be internet I say me nam na BBAC and I say information me as me ni internet why be dey access it.
and to many my advice me clients they say uko online na check your e-visa status. Ebe you name any wasitnan amount. I just said you have the right to be in the UK so and so up to this day. Me no, me I will photocopy that, I'll print that, make it into a small ID card just for myself. No one laminate it, small one. Just keep it on you. And yes, I'm a government leaker. And yes, but for my own self.
And
Also,
over to me save you call phone so.
phone, so just keep it on your phone. Make a screenshot. Keep it in your favorites. Anywhere you are, you can produce that. So at least you have something to show, say, who are sitting now, rather than going about without BBS. Yeah, I'm not very comfortable with that. I prefer to send me BBS, maybe so this is my thing. Or call online or call check, yeah, it's the same thing. And to check it, do a save it in your notes or save it in your favorites, in your gallery, or BBS with each other. Do a small ID card of it. Keep it on you just for your own purposes. That will help you a lot. That will help you a lot.
Wow, I see. Okay, so lawyer, over to you now. Say, yeah, share reviews being at the NT.
Yes.
NT, and NT.
Thank you. Yo, DJ, and then just to review mostly about the spouse visa. Just a few weeks ago, the rate at which amount for the is very interesting. Until now, maybe someone say, hey, so all these people have spouses outside, and they've been here just uh, like individuals or like a single persons. But Mejidisa, as time goes on, and everybody so say a money kasa na my money kasa almost say fear ding, so they just can't cope anymore. And my man also says the come is too much, so they want the partners to come here, and so that they all live together here. It also not their kids were young, very young, and they wanted them to have some upbringing ɛwɔ fie ansa na ɔmo aba mmɔfra no bi nso anyin at some stage nti ɔmo pɛ sɛ ɔmo de ɛho kunu anaa ɔmo yere ne mmɔfra no ɛmra ha. So generally even though say yakasa about spouse visa no mɛkasa afa ɛno ho briefly na makasa about stepchildren and children as well. Then yɛwɔ mmerɛ a yɛbɛkasa about visit visa a yɛaka ho asɛm. Then yɛbɛkasa about tier 2 visas. Some categories of people cannot bring their dependents. Maybe I should start with that. So, we share a category of people who cannot bring their dependents under the tier 2 skilled worker health and care visa now. A lot of people have made, some people have made applications. Omo buy, na omo nye jumenti. Omukoji another sponsorship certificate COS if another company. Omukoji sa COS no. Omu nim say and omu kai say or they think that ombetimi omu to move on to the new COS. Unfortunately for them, a big end to me and fact omu and cop the same COS with them. Now, so we share appendix skilled worker, paragraph 29 1A, 1A and 1B. It says some categories of works cannot move with their skilled work with their dependents unless they were already under that category or in that category and they still want to move on to another category with another sponsor. So, we share paragraph 29A, 1A, and 1B. The codes are 6135 and 6136, 6145 and 6146. And that is SOC 2020, 6135, SOC 2020, 6136. And then we have SOC 2010, 6145 and SOC 2010 6146. Now these codes actually say was our code now say before the 11th of March 2024, you can still move with your partner if you are still a skilled worker. You can still move with your partner. But sɛ ebia wo ne wo partner na ɛbaeɛ, wo partner no ɔnyɛ adwuma ɛnyɛ, ɛna ɔnyɛ adwuma ɛnyɛ no nti wo a wo na nka woyɛ the dependent no sɛ sɛ wo wakɔyɛ the main applicant, wakɔyɛ a main applicant in another category. If that becomes the case, then you have to check that Ejuma Ediamon, you are not in the code which is 6135, 6136, 6145, 6146. If you are in any of these codes, that is the dependent is now in these codes, then the main applicant who wants to switch to the dependent cannot switch to become a dependent on the previous dependent, because yours was issued before or after 11th of March 2024, and you were not a skilled worker. You were not in that code as a skilled worker. You were a dependent in that code, and therefore it puts you in a difficult position. So let's take note of that whilst we try to switch. So be very, very cautious of that when we try to switch to another category. Give me 1 minute. All right. Good. So that is that aspect. Now we go to the other sections with regards to skilled workers. So now, any other category, any health and care, no, they are still able to move with their dependents. And so IT so now you want to move, you can still move their dependent to another category. So, let's say hospitality industry, maybe a restaurant, you have a COS there, and you want to move, you can still move with your dependent. So that is that as well. And if you are in maybe petroleum or engineering sector and you are on the COS and you want to move, you can still move with your dependent. That is still allowed. But it is the health and care for now. Almost our course now, they are not able to do. They are not able to do the movement dependence. So that is for your information. Then the next thing is Yakasai about health and care for Naba. Obi Yejuma, Opesa Oja Warrior, na Okowaro Bifufro, and now Wakoba in another relationship. Opesa Omovi to Abufrani Diano. We've discussed all of that, and we have said that it is possible if you have a child and the child is not your partner's child, or you have a child with another person and the child is a British citizen, it is possible that you can move on to that child and you become a parent rather than as a dependent of a person who is here as a skilled worker. Because of the difficulties now, into shifted from your dependency of a skilled worker to become a parent of a British citizen child. Now, if for any reason Abofana Wawono no onye British citizen, because ni mame for 2.5 years, na also upesa o shift here, it is still possible to shift from Niewono to Ubani Diana, but that will be outside of the rules because Abofana here British and Abofana Wonye in the 7 years. So you cannot apply under the rules, it will be outside of the rules. It will be FLRHRO. FLR, further live to remain, human rights and other roots, and not an application. So that is what it's gonna be. Yes, so Abofano, 2.5 years. To send your name, that you can make an application under the FLRHRO route, and you have to argue your human rights article 8 that you are involved in the Abofani life more. In that case, we'll also bet me outside of the immigration rules. So that is a possibility. And I've always said, sir, wowɔ health and care route no so a ɛnkyerɛ sɛ ɛno ara nso na ɛsɛ sɛ wotena wobɛtumi ashifti akɔ hospitality, a company that has the COS license, and maybe a hotel or restaurant, you can shift there, or accounting, you can shift to an accounting company that has the license and they want to issue the COS. Wobɛtumi ashifti akɔ hɔ. Wobɛtumi ashifti into any other section that have the sponsorship license. You can shift to any of these places. It does not have to be by all means a health sector to health sector. You can shift rounds as well. And carpenters, and so we know of the construction industry. So they still have the license. They can those any company that has a sponsorship license and it's a construction industry, you can work with them as well. Perfect, you can. And yakasa about prison officers too, yakaye. But you need a prison that needs prison officers that have the sponsorship license issued by the Home Office, and then you can apply based on that for your leave to remain here as a skilled worker. So that is for your information. So teachers, yes, are still there. We have construction workers, we have prison officers, and of course we have construction. I've talked about construction, and then we have the health and care officers or workers as well. So these are the things we discussed some time back. I'm just going over some of the things we discussed over the years. So that is it. And then we also talked about spouse visa. So, who are spouse? You want to bring your spouse, your husband, your wife to the UK. Now, we talked about you have to prove there's a genuine relationship. First of all, what person would do with you must be settled. You must meet some requirements. One, either say we are British citizen, and now Ukra indefinite leave to remain, and now we are EU Ukra pre-settled status and unsettled status. And now we are under the humanitarian protection, asylum seeker are under the humanitarian protection. Who sign it no over to me ag what your application ama obi our behind. So obi will have asylum seeker and he's been issued under humanitarian protection. It's possible so we man yiri and an man so aba abeka ne ho e wo kroma. So that is a possibility for an application. So you are a British citizen, you have indefinite leave to remain, you are a EU national with settled status or pre-settled status, and or you are an asylum seeker and you're under humanitarian protection, you can apply to bring your spouse to the UK. These are the categories of Omobetemedi Omukafu Ediaba. So over 2.5 years, want to make Emfa Uyiri and Nawukuno Emma. You can't. Ukra 2.5 years, you cannot bring your spouse or your partner to the UK. And you have to wait until you get your indefinite leave to remain before you can progress to applying for your spouse or your partner to come under the as a partner or as a spouse to the UK to be with you. So that is for your information. That is for your so that is relationship. You have to show that you qualify under this category. And the number two, you have to prove that you meet the relationship requirement. Relationship requirement, I believe, younger you follow this program, we can recite it without any problem. Relationship requirements, more worry. So marriage certificate, that is evidence of the relationship that you are married. Once you are married, that is evidence of that is a subsisting relationship. Now, not just married, but there is a continuing relationship. It has to be continuing. It's the money transfer to your spouse in Ghana or anywhere around the world. You must have WhatsApp communications, WhatsApp messages, WhatsApp communications, etc., to show that yes, truly there is communication between you. Visits. So you've gone to visit your spouse. You have pictures, pictures, pictures. I have seen people take just 1 or 2 pictures. That is not enough. The more pictures are more, and not and eventually say the relationship is genuine. Now, akwesi broni ontimi nko with him, they can't read your mind. Until documents are already to them, and not so na ɔbɛhwɛ ɛde aka sɛ ampa wowɔ asetena anaa wowɔ relationship na ɛyɛ genuine anaa ɛnyɛ genuine. Sɛ wɔntumi amfa biribi ankyerɛ no a ɛnneɛ sɛ ɔno nso ɔntumi nya biribi angyina so ɛnka sɛ woyɛ obi a wowɔ asetena ɛwɔ kurom ha. So I would advise that please, communication, WhatsApp messages, telephone calls, WhatsApp calls, screenshots of video calls. Also video calls, no yeah. Obani ne nimber chere, ne picture chere, one sudi chere, no a screenshot. We have screenshot now, it says that the two of you were talking. That will help you in your application. It helps a lot. It helps a lot. I'm giving you all that I have to give you. If you do screenshot, if there were a WhatsApp call video, it will show the other party and it will show you as well. Do a screenshot, two of you. Now, why you be brave? How the account? So that is the evidence of the ship being subsistent. Money transfer, travel to Ghana, pictures, WhatsApp calls, telephone calls, cards, and all this one's relationship between you as a matter of fact. So that is relationship. Now we go to financial requirements. Financial requirements, no, they can say 18,600, but there's also some 29,000 pounds. Now, so we got 29,000 pounds now. Over to make the savings account, but every master kind of ring and every does to be printed a year, every year, but more than mom, not a juma for never account, not any a total of 29,000 pounds. And then a money more straightforward than saying set with the savings. If I can savings in the rest, it can be brave. You have to multiply some amount by 2.5 years by plus 16,000 pound savings for 6 months. Yeah, not adding, and it's always better set. So when you the pay slips for one job or two jobs or three jobs, I eventually say you meet the 29,000 pounds now, then you are okay. When you pay slip 6 months, bank statement 6 months, letter from your employer stating when you started the job, and of course timer will start time started Jumanos Sikasa and Awoji, and whether it is permanent job or not, it is temporary. No, so we in a paper will letter the soup or they are not their application. So that is that aspect as well. And then Uber will P60. P60 measures the car in the year that will be used to prove that we will be in the UK and you meet the 29,000 pounds. You can combine different sources of income. If your savings in one person will use it, that is fine. It's going to be 29,000 times 2.5 plus 16,000 pounds. So if I do that calculation, I mean, so if you're busy because some of your savings, yeah, because some immediate savings say it's going to be 29,000 times 2.5. That is 72,500 plus 16,000. And no, every a total of 88,500 pounds. So you must have 88,500 pounds in your account for 6 months. That is, so percent we use it with savings per hour. Unye juma and no dear, as I said, unya 88,500 pounds money in our account mukule for 6 months. Bisami said, nipa saying and ebenya 88,500 pounds. At that our account musa keke for 6 months. And yet, better, sir. And if you don't want to use the savings, and now you don't have the savings, and you pay Jumano, never so. And now, a bit so property, if you're on your rental from a honor, and the rental, no, what the Becca Sika, or from a self employment, and now the salary home, and also are shooting it up. I do 29,000 pounds now. You should be okay. So that is we discussing and also some time ago. And we also talked about exemptions. Exemption is just say, and you obia na SSS or say when you're 29,000 pounds. A bit are exempted from proving the 29,000 pounds, but they have to prove with your friend the maintenance. I'm going to prove the financial, but I'm going to prove the maintenance. And you know, your financial anyone maintenance. So when to me improve the financial now, as I say, prove maintenance. If you are exempt from proving the financial, example, obi a ɔgye carers allowance, ebia wo ba bi nti akɔ wo na wohwɛ no. In that case, because with the carers allowance no nti plus other allowances na wogye no nti, wo no wobɛtumi ayɛ application for wo yere anaa wo kunu from outside ɔbɛba a wo no we don't have to meet the 29,000 pounds because you are a carer and you are having carers allowance. And now Obia OGP, PIP, personal independence payment, because on tia ponti, a bino, a chiano, a supporter. In that case, wono me a application for Ukuno and our not wababa count without having set over Sawuji 29,000 pounds. So that is also an exemption. Ebi nso gye industrial injury allowance. Ebia wapra ɛwɔ adwuma mu Dr. Adikal said because of sɛnea wapra no nti nyɛ adeɛ a wobɛtumi ayɛ adwuma no. And because wopra yɛ wɔ adwuma mu no nti, you've been given or you are being given industrial injury allowance. Wɔn nso improve the requirement of the 29,000 pounds. You will not have to prove the 29,000 pounds. All you have to prove is the maintenance. Maintenance needs to make sure we and our benefit. So that is for your information. So Chrome ha now which benefit any of the exempt list nuswa and there want to be and our emma to the UK. You have to fall within one of the exempt provisions and sana where to make we and our if you're on benefit. So that is for your information. So we talk about the relationship, we talk about the finance, and then the English language. The English language, you know, yanga, yako school, yeah, degree, no, would the license, no, would the certificate, no, would the certificate, would the transcript and so plus letter of proficiency in English from the university now we call you know. Now would the sanya main nan edia boom and no and that would the lecturer say ampa one meet the requirements for the English language under the appendix FM section EC-P no because our degree certificate actors ever ampa that degree is equivalent to a degree in the UK then you are fine. But just who control the English test at level A1 our British Council in Accra A1 our British Council hono unya enua that shows that you meet the English language requirement. Also no you don't have to worry, it means you've met the requirement and you are fine to go on with the application. And then the last one so obia the 65 years also unsure English test now. What is 65 years unsure English test now? One unsure English test. We are under 18, no English test. If you are over 65 years, no English test. These are the people that are exempt from the English language requirement. 65 years, no English language test. 65 years and above, no English. 18 years and below, no English. So that is for your information. Okay, I think I'll have to go on to the questions now. Now, the very last one here, accommodation. So, you have to meet the accommodation requirements. And no, actually, you have to have at least one bedroom. One room is for 2 people, 2 rooms is for 3 people, 3 rooms for 5 people, 4 rooms for 7.5 people. So you have to meet the accommodation requirement under Part 10 of the Housing Act of 1985. You need to meet the requirements for that. And yes, sir, your husband and now your wife onto me Emma because a diamond is not enough. So at least you need 1 room, at least 1 room. But it should be in a property that is not overcrowded. So please bear that in mind. So that is for your information. Thank you. I think I'll leave it here. Maybe next week, Yami Aduna say it me back. We'll look at another some of the other topics we treated. We have just 12 minutes or so, 22 minutes to go. DJ, I'll take the questions. So the first one is Mr. Richard Sego. Hi. Please, do you need B1 or B2 or only B2 English test to apply for your British citizenship? It's actually B1. You need B1. If you write a B2, which is higher than the B1, that is fine, but B1 is what is required for your English test. But so what the degree certificate, no, this any American, what actors confirmation as well, and then you don't need to do the English language test level B1 because you qualify in that section. Now, Kweku Arthur. Hello, Mr. Arthur. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for your for your message. That's very, very encouraging. What is the fate of those with COS work permit visa status? Well, sir, if you have COS work permit visa status, you also have to do the e visa. But the problem for the e-visa is Obi, from what I understand, Obi recently, not the employer no, not home office are revoking the license. But so one can check the staff and say you're revoking the license. And the staff member not or the e-visa and the home office for sure and said the sponsor's license has been revoked. But in another case, no, because only money na signal etwa so kopim time obenya another letter from another department in the home office before his leave will be terminated or be cancelled. So the fate of those with COS work permit is if you are still working with your employer, only problem. So when the employer now will buy an edda so yejuma, only how. But so when the employer na enye juma, and my advice is say, kwan foforɔ bi na fa so. Menim sɛ ɛnyɛ easy. Nanso, where there is a will, there is a way. Where there is a will, there is a way. Try hard and find another sponsor. Anaasɛ nti sɛ na sɛ wowɔ ba switch to your child. Anampo the relationship na wowɔ mu no with nea wɔne ne baeɛ no agu a now you are in another genuine relationship, switch from nea wode baeɛ no to the other genuine relationship. As long as you are switching, if you are divorced, you can switch. If you are not divorced, you can marry two people at the same time. So the fate of COS holders is quite complex, but I believe that as time goes on, Nyama be falling in place for you. Yes, I wish you all. Every day I get calls about this, and my heart is aching because you didn't go back room hard. You have a job just like that, which is very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Jibril Watson, hi. Good evening, sir. Good evening to you too. Should we be able to see the number of countries visited as well on the code you talking about the e-visa, please? Well, no. If you have the e-visa, it will not show the number of countries that were what to cost, David. The e-visa only shows your status in the UK. So if you have indefinite, not we are e-visa, eventually say you have indefinite. Enter the countries you have traveled to. No. As far as I have checked, I know it doesn't show that. If you will have 2.5 years limited leave, not we are e-visa, and eventually say you have 2.5 years limited leave. Enter the countries you have visited on your e-visa. Okay, thank you. Kojo D. I'm not here to ask questions today, but I'm here to thank you. God bless you for the free service you always give us. Kojo D, thank you. Thank you. I'm grateful. I appreciate you. It's a pleasure to be of service to my people. Thank you. God bless you. Smicky, I have 4 months to apply for indefinite leave to remain. May I know the documents required attached to my documents? All right. I need to know the category in which you are. Say, oh, spouse visa, the requirements are different. And see, assuming that you are on a spouse visa, why yet 2.5 years, 2.5 years. Over here, your passport, your marriage certificate, your spouse's passport copy, pay slip 6 months, bank statement 6 months, P60 letter from employer. You need all of this. Your tenancy agreement, and 6 proof of address. Three from your 3 from your partner to show that you have actually lived together for the period of the marriage, or 2 years at least. With that, English language requirement level B1 and the life in the UK test, you can go for your indefinite leave if it is spouse visa. If it is a parent leave and you've done 9 years plus and you are almost there, you have to go. If you are as a parent, if you're on the 10-year route, 6 months pay slip, 6 months bank statement, your passport, your biometric card, your tenancy agreement, and of course a letter from your child's school or a child's hospital, you use that, you make your application, you should be fine with indefinite, with your English language as well as your life in the UK, you get your leave again. So I have a spouse visa, and thank you. Thanks for the clarification. So that is it. Spouse visa, B1, life in the UK, 6 months pay slips, 6 months bank statement, tenancy agreement, spouse's visa, spouse's passport, your marriage certificates, and of course, I've mentioned tenancy agreement, your English language B1, life in the UK. I think I'm repeating some of these things. Put all together, proof of address, 6 months, six proof of address, gas, water, electricity for the man, maybe insurance, and maybe credit card, and another bank statement for the man. 3 from here, 3 from here, 6 together. Use that, submit your application. You should be smiling after 4 months of your application, and you get your indefinite leave to remain. Carlos Livelier. If you are not able to do the visa, but you have permit in UK, what happens? Well, I would advise you to do it. What if you are not able to do the visa, but you have permit? Yes, I would advise you to do it. Why would you not do it? Why not? Don't put yourself in a difficult position. If you have a visa, you have a permit, please do it before the 31st. They may give extension, ABMMI extension. We don't know. We can't guarantee that. Yeah, may last minute. And then ever create problem amount. And yes, if you have permit, just do it. JD, just do it. That's it. Kennedy, Kofi, Annan, hello. I hope you're doing well. Uh, please now, please now, those with 3 year skilled worker visa can no longer bring their spouse. The laws changed on the 11th of March 2024, which says that there are certain categories of people. I mentioned the code SOC 2020 6135, SOC 2020 6136, SOC 2010 6145, SOC 2010 6146. These categories of people, if you were already here before the laws changed, you are able to bring your spouse. But if you came after that, you cannot bring your spouse. So go back to the code you have. Look at the job description section. There is a code there, a 4-digit number. Look and see if that is the code on which you are. Then that will determine whether you are able to bring your spouse or you are not able to bring your spouse. So please go look at that for me. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Quincy. People in the UK who don't have permanent stay are charged with NI. Will their money be refunded to them when they decide to leave the UK? Well, this is very interesting. Well, this is what I know. I'm telling you what I know. I haven't read it in the law, but from experience of a brother, a cousin of mine. He worked in this UK for some time. He paid his national insurance contribution over the years. And when he decided to go back home, he made an application, I think it's P50 something. I need to check that. I'll check that for you next time. He made an application to the HMRC. They refunded some money to him. I don't know if it is still valid, but it was very tiny, very, very small amount of money they gave to him for the contributions he had made over the years. So I will look into this for you. Or if you have an accountant, speak to your accountant if you will get a refund of your national insurance contribution if you decide to leave the UK. I need your postcode or contact for consultation privately. Thank you. Smicky, my is Y Smart Solicitors, WISEMART Solicitors. DJ Nyame has graciously posted it on screen. So that is our firm, Y Smart Solicitors, and it is number 8 to 9, the Print House, 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, Dalston, London. Postcode is E8 3DL, Echo 8 3 Delta Lima. Telephone number, mobile number is 079 31 411 042. 079 31 411 042. And the landline is +44 2080 165 384. That is +44 2080 165 384. Those of us in the UK, it is 0208 0165 384. 0208 0165 384. We are behind the McDonald's at Dawson Junction. So if you come to McDonald's and you ask around there, or you give us a call on these numbers, we'll direct you to come to the office and we would attend to you nicely. Thank you. Pat.
Lawyer.
Yes, Papa.
Answer last one we na sign out. Your time now soon. Now me I do next week the ebe bantem. And late.
Yes.
Me I do ma. And so hybrid in how kakra. So the ebe managing is
DJ, you want to corner me, yeah?
It part the message about
okay, I have
I minute for there.
Okay, I see. I have pre-settled status and due to get my settlement in January. What are the requirements? You need to prove that you have been in the UK for 5 years. 5 years is the threshold, so you need proof of residence for 5 years. P60s for 5 years, or P60s and payslips for 5 years. You can get your GP records from the GP to show that you've been in the UK for 5 years. You have gas, water, electricity, bank statements. You can put all of these things together over 5 years period. Don't miss any year. Provide for every year for 5 years. If you're here as a spouse, you need your EU nationals application reference number. You need that to support it, and you, of course, will be able to get that done. I think it's pretty straightforward. DJ, thank you very much, and I would hope to see you. I hope to see you, God willing, next week. All things being equal. If anything changes, I will keep you updated. I'm following the political terrain in Ghana. I wish I could come home to vote seriously. But I will see if I just want to be home. I just want to be home where home is home. So it's my right. No. No.
Now, man, can I say?
Oh, DJ.
Over flight. Over BA. No what trim see Accra price ni high. No price ni high. But lawyer, over there, why do you not account they are fine? But about the 200 quantity now, but any lawyer, you got more pounds, man. I got more pounds, man.
Oh, you man, you make me.
Sir, baby, I don't know. Oh, share America for the year, and we have some to qua America. We have online near dear. By a month to be almost normal login portal, normal. By a month, dear, I feel the year back.
It would take time, yeah. Kakran.
I see a bedroom or by a chair, and yes, it's here.
Oh, yeah, but do.
And Tinanka will be out. No answer be Ghana, we will voters ID, and then Nanka also want vote. We log into a portal, log system, the bar. Nanka with him so, no.
Yeah, I'm fine. You better do.
Aha.
You better do. Oh.
You better do a bang, yes, yeah. Somebody catch a man for the gun and the bay by Nissia.
DJ, why?
Oh, and we're Ghana from Penny Crowd. Missing Ghana, and the bay. And the end sacrifice in a Ghana in ye by Nissia.
Marty, would you have your mom fire and the young yes, I say yes.
What I was saying, Pabo, we shared that I can't any panny any SCA.
I am making a young yes, I say.
Why my idea with that? Lawyer, Yankubo not be dear, my head.
Well,
Mom by. Oh, lawyer. A young crop for Mutu, yeah, America for Mutu, Nancy, and young Paibo. I'm going to put this system in place that. Tenant some update, no more. Updating no more. And young Paibo. Reality.
And then you also count. America is 248 years old. By years, you ever do a character, right?
Ever do a baby, yes, yeah. Maybe I may know when I see a sacrifice the next generation, maybe another 2 generations.
DJ, one day we have to have this program and discuss about what we should do as citizens to better our country.
Yeah. And I say, I know not you. The only idea about what should be programs in na idea about what make us work. And I know any problem. No credit. We need any problem here. Me say no credit. Mohono na mo developers in here no. Mohono no credit no doors sin yen ha say. And the difference no. The make no obi am say the make obi am make bia the dwun ye. No credit no nye say so many things in America a dozen. Hello, the why not show me. No credit no started for slow to down for slow no to down in your trunk one until you better ako.
Okay, DJ, Yaminka.
Johnny, the truth be that. Lawyer wisdom, wise man solicitors me that say lawyer buy every Fridays we are on some when your lawyer will say 5:30 to AS7 by late kakramo fanche. But I hope say more questions in we are more buying it me. I mean I don't know next week or bar be say maybe a phone line be now more into me and type or comment section with me a friend and money needing common idea. You try your best, SBTV Africa. Internet make us say I know I subscribe, no I like it. What press notification bell so now I be join. It's be a bad live. Internet man them maybe I now no subscribe to ya. It's me bad live anytime. Maybe it means the videos go and I know say the videos be go YouTube channel SBTV Africa. Many a brand be din komo or UK. Ubi SBTV Africa YouTube page and the first video album. Kwana kuti no. O try o ya hustler. O Ghana o pese o to kwan foforo. Tie me ne guy ne. Uwia comment section ho no. Na wa kire wa dwen. Me si hwe sa video no ko YouTube sisi a Uko you don't boy SBTV Africa or YouTube no. Oh boy ya. Obo say first video na down no. Many abranti ne fe no. Papa ya opoku or UK. Muntie no. Asema na me kind na muntie ni you will learn things from inside. The kind nyina they discussing and the story or sharing nyina no. One of your major problem. Your major problem na back no. Enti so you hustler afi na oba so started life. Me say first video no ko YouTube sisi a mo am show YouTube there ebia no ma hwe. But won hwe ya your main page na video da ho. Obie ya ohu. Make sure so wuti na tie ni ye. So video ni be end. Ebe mo sorry. Obesua nyama bi afim. Medama say, medama ka tell me say my best na me try. Nyama for din komo yesua de misua bi. Utie ya, tie programs ebe boa wo, tie programs obesua bi afim. Anya atem de program. Gbegbe ye di atem de unsua hwe. De bia ye di atem. Emre ne ko. Ti we say amede baaye. So mo amaya mo ta hwe me no lawyer. Hwe na ma views o mo hwe. Omumpe but obako bisa connection man obasa ko bisa we any say de obetie na ebe boa no ana obebisa no obako bisa obi na bu obako yakọ misleading no obetie no wate ase no enti o ka kire obi mpo a nipa na explain no wate ase deda yempe. That is our problem. So few ones no be who no they go. Obi nam UK ho o beside a lawyer be kan important onim o the man want to because say baby o mu di atema ope no bad energy embo no obetena last minute no baby so hey enti we ni me manti o anyway madam azisa mo share nyina big ups. Baby Cobra, thank you so much for joining. Mami Nyako at the parents, thank you so much. Big ups to you. Pat Awo, me da say Kennedy Kofi Annan, thank you so much. The Quincy, thank you so much. Smicky, thank you so much. Carlos, thank you. Kojo D, thank you so much. Prince Boateng, me da say Jibril Watson, me da say Kweku Atta, me da say Richard Sego, thank you. Adele, Alcaf, me da say want to some join SVT. Monko YouTube, so on share ya, kona ko share sisi ya besrew. Subscribe to your YouTube channel, share video no ma unu ebi. Ebeboa no. Usha mo kroma kase tour na magisi tutu FM de ginyame. Me na mes the good screens no so the new program be afene me hintasem. My secret. Pesa obe share no ye mbodi umba camera mo no voice no so e be dane no. Bibi na pesa wo share so pesa wo share na onya adwenkyere ni ade a. Go for so be comment ya man go for ye de episode 2 aba. Bet me have join here. WhatsApp number and so be WhatsApp me say nyam bese masubi and your WhatsApp call and no Charlie madam say tour macramo
Charlie they make we drop small delight cocoa the authentic original taste of African porridge available in all African and Caribbean shops. Delight cocoa